Hello again everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we are in the iFly737 Max 8 in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. We're flying through, I think, Storm Amy it's been called, on Friday the 3rd of October 2025. We're checking out the new Winwing 3M PDC and the FCP to go with it in today's video. So, while I get the aircraft all fired up, a very warm welcome to you wherever you are in the world. Hit like, hit subscribe, panel's on already. And we're off today to Manchester, where it's particularly wet and windy. We're going to be exploring what this aircraft can do alongside the Winwing hardware. So I'm going to spend a few minutes just getting everything prepped with the aircraft, start the boarding, and we're flying on VATSIM as well, so we'll get clearance and chat about this new 3N PAP and 3N PDC. So I could probably say that I've got a pretty complete system with Winwing now for the Boeing 737 Max 8. We've got the FMS. We can go ahead and kind of input that and mirror all of the features of the aircraft, get everything all kind of configured, and we can select stuff, get our flight plan loaded in, all of that cool stuff, including the SimBrief integration that the FMS has. And I've had this for some time. It works really well with the 737s, and I think recently it's had compatibility updates for the 777, but I can't remember for certain without checking. I'm sure someone down in the comments below will tell us. If you are new to the channel, as always, hit like, hit subscribe, share your thoughts down in the comments below. Really important. I'm interested to hear what you think, particularly in relation to this new 3N PDC. So the first thing I'm going to do is turn some of the panel lighting on, and here we go, mirroring the aircraft on the hardware. We get all the backlighting, which is really nice. I mean, it looks superb. What's really good actually about the 3N, though we haven't got into it, I've just pressed standard by accident, is the fact that this little top piece here you can actually unscrew, and with that you can actually so for example your desk is mirroring mine, and you want this on the right hand side of the panel instead to replicate that first officer point of view. Well, actually you can do that. You can just take this top bit off, and they supply in the box the opposite version, so that's a really nice touch. What you also get is the 737 NG series version. This is the Max version. It's got vertical situation display, the VSD button in the middle. I will say as well, it's going to wobble a little bit because I haven't actually properly fixed it to the desk, because I've taken off my Airbus mount and I haven't put this one on quite properly just yet. It's a proper first test.
Heathrow Tower, America 138 Heavy at stand 545 with information India requesting iFly clearance to Canada International.
American 138 Heathrow Tower, clear JFK, Compton 3 Golf departure, squawk 7311.
So our departure today is the Umlaut 1 Golf, and that's what we're expecting from the tower. We know that we've got 6,000 for the initial climb, so I'm going to go ahead and amend that on our PAP. I think they call it the 3N panel of autopilot rather than the MCP for copyright reasons. Heathrow Tower, good afternoon, Osprey 165, 737 Max 8, stand 329 with India request clearance to Manchester.
Osprey 165 Heathrow Tower, you are clear to Manchester. The Umlaut 1 Golf departure, squawk 0513.
Clear to Manchester, Umlaut 1 Golf departure, squawk 0513, Osprey 165.
Osprey 165, correct.
Okay, so we've got all of this pretty much complete. We've got our departure and our arrival procedures in place because of it being a very short sector for today. So FMS done, MCP needs to be done. So just going to go ahead, get our V speeds.
You need to disconnect. You're on 27 right, not 27 left.
137.
Thank you.
Shamrock 1, Hotel Whiskey.
Negative, Shamrock 1 Hotel Lima, runway 27 right, clear to land, winds 200 degrees.
And it's going to be runway heading 269.
No, there was a company that spawned on 27 right, he was trying to spawn on the other runway.
Done. 6,000, 269, 137. Set. And we've set VOR 2. And we'll also set 421 for ADF 1. Why not?
Spirit 406, hold November Bravo 2 Echo.
Spirit 421.
406, hold November Bravo 2 Echo.
So we've got tower and everything tuned in. What we'll do is we'll zoom in and we'll have a little look more closely at this.
Uniform ready to copy.
So just get the old camera. It's GoPro, so it's pretty poor quality. Sorry about that, folks. They're pretty naff cameras, actually, in reality. Right, so we're going to just flick that down to ADF 1. That's set. And we need to flick that up to VOR 2. That's set. Need to pop that in inches of mercury, so into hectopascal, sorry, so flick that across 1007 is correct. And I need to pop that into map modes instead of plan. It's got a really nice clunk to that.
American 138, stand 545, pushback.
5 miles is fine.
South.
Pushback approved, face south, American 138 heavy.
Okie dokie, right, so GSX is far up.
Uniform request, push
Shuttle is uniform, stand 520, pushback.
Into collision lights.
Push approved, face east, shuttle 8 uniform.
Shuttle 18 Foxtrot, hold November Bravo 3.
Hold November Bravo 3, shuttle 18 Fox.
And Osprey 165, stand 3290, request push start.
Osprey 165, stand 3290, pushback approved.
Pushback approved, Osprey 165. Brakes off. Okay, so packs off, bleed airs on, that's all set.
Speedbird 826 Heathrow Tower, hello, cleared to Dublin.
Beacons.
Golf departure, squawk 4755.
That's all set, throttles are idle. Engine 1 ground.
Dublin on the Compton 3 Golf departure, squawk 4755, Speedbird 826.
Speedbird 826, correct. Shuttle 8 Foxtrot, line up runway 27 left.
Line up 27 left, shuttle
Engine 1 idle.
Foxtrot.
Speedbird 900, ready for taxi IFR.
Speedbird 900, stand 233, push and start approved, face south.
Push and start approved, Speedbird 900.
Shuttle 18 Foxtrot.
355 for course 2.
27 left, clear takeoff.
So I'm going to just set that using the PAP3M.
Clear takeoff 27 left, shuttle 18 Foxtrot. Tower 254.
After takeoff we'll go through costs, prices, quality of the build, all that sort of stuff.
November Bravo 3, 73 Romeo Papa.
Really pants weather here at the minute, but it's great for simming, right? this is what we all chase.
Speedbird 1334, hold November Bravo 2 Whiskey, straight ahead.
Hold November 2, correction, November Bravo 2 Whiskey.
Speedbird 73 Romeo Papa, hold November Bravo 3.
November Bravo 3, 73 Romeo Papa.
What I really like about Winwing at the moment is the fact that they are making effectively all of the products that we want with an amazing price point and of a great like quality as well, build quality. This one is really nice because I think actually the backlighting and the text, I can accept, is a little bit nicer than that of the Airbus version that they have.
Falling 6311 behind.
which I've been using for quite some time.
On your right hand side, via Sierra Bravo 3, line up on way 2777.
Okay, right, engines are both on, packs sorted out, so we get the APU off because we've got the generators 1 and 2 online. 250.18 for the cruise.
Ryanair 36 Delta, contact London 129.430.
APU can come off.
What's that for Ryanair 36 Delta?
Flaps 5, and I just set that because I do get a bit of differential stuff with my Honeycomb Bravo. Auto brake is set, flaps are travelling. Now with this,
Speedbird 900.
we're going to go LNAV, VNAV, auto throttle arm. That is a magnetic switch,
Taxi right, Bravo,
and they've included a mag switch in the back, but
900.
for this it's like a spring loaded up and down. Still getting a hang of that. Not sure if there's a way to lock it up or work it out, unless somebody in the comments knows for sure. But yeah, we've got flight directors on, auto throttle, all that sort of stuff, and have two bit of Midhurst VOR set. Do some rudder checks, and then we'll get on our way. Look at the size of those clouds that we're heading up towards. Osprey 165, request taxi.
Osprey 165, second left echo, hold echo 1.
Second left echo, hold echo 1, Osprey 165.
Speedbird 1334 behind the departing company Airbus A320 on the runway now. Fire November.
How many old brakes? Alright, so we've got our taxi instructions, we're going to make our way. Yeah, so very early indications for me, if I just get this and move it real close for you guys. The actual clicks, really nicely made, the twizzly bits, very nice, and the button presses are actually quite nice and positive as well. There's going to be a way, I'm sure, of sorting out maybe the maglock stuff.
Roger, next right turn, Speedbird 900.
There is a maglock switch, which I think reads the fact that the one in the sim is up, and is therefore locked up with it electronically with a magnet, but I'm not 100% sure, because I'm not super familiar. Left Bravo hold Lockheed Osprey 165. Whoa, look at that spray!
Speedbird 1334 from November Bravo 3, runway 27 left clear for takeoff, wind 220 degrees at 11 knots.
Okay, so there's Echo 1. Right's clear.
Speedbird 900, okay, make your next right turn.
Next right turn, Speedbird 900.
Speedbird 1 kilo with you on a 6 mile final position right.
Speedbird 14 kilo Heathrow Tower. Hello, runway 27 right, cleared to land, wind 220 degrees.
Now, Winwing have actually kind of started pre-orders on Airbus throttles, which look really cool. Doesn't really go with any of my setup. I'll be interested to hear if some of you have pre-ordered them when they do get delivered, what they are like. But I've got the Winwing F-16 HOTAS. As well as the PAP and the PDC and the FMS, which is called something else as well. So it's probably as complete as I've ever got for a setup. Obviously we're by Boeing and we don't have a yoke, but I'm not ever too fussed about that. Got the spray there. Wet, wet, wet. Amazing. Continue taxi hold November Bravo 1 Osprey 165.
Welcome 138, taxi to the end and hold November Bravo 1.
Taxi to the end, hold November Bravo 1 for American 138 Heavy.
Air France 1680 at November 5 Whiskey, cross runway 27 left.
So I'm going to hit
taxi straight ahead.
Weather now, so I'm painting the radar.
Just to make sure we are clear to cross the runway.
Air France 1680 A firm at November 5 Whiskey, cross runway 27 left now.
Very excited for this because this actually feels great. Very easy to set up, very easy to link the two because they're individual units. You can take these two screws out here, little bolts in the back, and the PDC gives you two longer screws which fit the exact same little nuts at the back of this, and you basically just swap them out.
Your number 2 for clearance standby.
700 Whiskey.
Very, very easy. There's Concorde.
Speedbird 700 Whiskey, thank you. Left Bravo hold Lockheed.
Left Bravo hold Lockheed.
While I've got a moment, just going to
Speedbird 205, second left Bravo hold Logan.
make sure TCAS is set.
205, hold Loman. Speedbird 14 kilo, taxi straight ahead on Delta, stand 564.
Taxi straight ahead and down to stand 564. Can we just stop quickly?
Yes, that's fine, you can hold position there. Shots, correction, Speedbird 900, runway 27.
We've got November Bravo 1, so it's not this hold point, it's this Cat 1 hold point here. So this one here is for low vis procedure, it's a Cat 2, Cat 3 hold point.
654, contact London 129430.
Liner 129 at decimal 430, 654, good job, sir.
Speedbird 900, runway 27 left, cleared for takeoff, winds 220 degrees, that's 11 knots.
Speedbird 900, clear for takeoff.
That's him.
Osprey 165, behind the parking British Airways Airbus A320 on the runway now, line up and wait, runway 27 left, behind.
One of the departing British Airways Airbus, line up and wait, behind, 27 left behind, Osprey 165.
Speedbird 325, Papa 515, pressure start plane. Speedbird 325, Papa, you with me?
Yeah,
Very good, strobes, runway turn off, traffic,
runway 27 right, cleared to land, wind
set.
220 degrees, that's 11 knots.
This will, as I said, just move around a little bit because I haven't actually properly fixed it.
4 kilo, requesting stand 563.
Oh no, VNAV, frost.
Away.
494.
Lots of chance. I'm like 1 Fox, set.
Speedbird 494, stand 515, pushback approved face.
Oh, I'm like 1 Golf, sorry.
Speedbird 14 kilo, what stand, sorry?
533.
Speedbird 14 kilo, roger, taxi right, Bravo, link 58. Correction, white Alpha, link 58, Bravo, hold Dingo.
Taxi right Alpha,
Centre the steering, gonna hold it there.
Hold Dingo, Speedbird 14 kilo.
Good luck.
Speedbird 165, runway 27 left, clear takeoff, winds 220 degrees, 11 knots.
27 left, lift takeoff, Osprey 165.
American 138 behind,
I know what you meant.
departing Boeing 737 on the runway now, line up and wait, runway 27 left behind.
Randy 737 in front of us, line up and wait 27 left for American 138 heavy.
Shuttle Air uniform, taxi to the end and hold November Bravo 2
Okay.
Echo.
Engine's good, Togo.
Shuttle 2 Sierra Papa, monitor Unicom, goodbye.
Forgot to check the old winds, didn't I?
Right, Speedbird 134, ready to copy.
80 knots.
Speedbird 134, cleared. Edinburgh, ambulance.
Feel like it's going to be like that. Just trying to set the aileron, just balanced it for the crosswind. Rotate. 3-2. Keeper, there we go, look at that. Keep it balanced on the rotation. Positive rate. Gear up. And for the first time, I'm so excited, I can just press buttons on here with this. Because I love this 737 in sim.
White Alpha, link 56 and 503.
Right, Alpha, link 56503.
21 knot crosswind.
American 138,
That was
runway
just-
27 left, clear takeoff, wind 220 degrees, that's 11.
Okay, order throttles arms. Oh no, enough speed.
Speedbird 900, where are you going? You need to start the turn. please,
SMDA,
departure.
engaged.
Sorry, starting the turn now.
And can you maintain your current altitude, please? You also busted that.
Sorry, what was the altitude?
Well, it's meant to be altitude 6,000 feet.
He's,
so
sounds like a new chap on,
I don't know where you are.
Sorry, 6,000 feet.
Look at that, for rain, that's superb. New chap basically on VATSIM by the sounds of it, but he hasn't done any prep and he's got no chance.
Speedbird 668, stand 546, push
He needs
back
to come and
to
check
south.
some YouTube tutorials from British Avgeek. Flaps up. Runway turn off lights.
Stand by.
Pop ignition off for now.
700, get
Got the wing lights on because we're going through a load of storms. We might have to think also about putting the ignition back to continuous if it gets really gnarly. We'll break off. So, leveling off at 6,000.
November Bravo 1.
Making the turn. That's amazing, that's so good.
Speedbird 134,
I love this.
stand 512, push back and face south.
It feels more mature as a product compared to the Airbus one.
One of the Unicom, goodbye.
Over to Unicom, great job, thanks here to see you, goodbye.
Bye.
So we're airborne, we're now going to increase the range. Flick of a switch, there we go, happy days, amazing. Cruise 6, let's go up to 18. Set altitude intervention, and we're in N1, VNAV speed. To continue the climb up to cruise. So, aircraft's pressurising, cruise altitude is set. And we'll settle into cruise. And in this, it won't take us long to get there. So yeah, the FCU I've had for a little while, it's £150. It's great, it's really nice, works superbly with all the Airbus products. And I've had that since it was released, I think maybe like a year now, maybe 6 months, I can't remember exactly where. However, the 3N PAP, which is a slightly newer product, it's £212. So there is a difference in price with the Airbus style FCU in comparison to the Boeing style 3N PAP, which is obviously designed on the 737NG series. Works beautifully, as you can see here, with the 737 MAX 8 from iFly that we're operating for today's sector to Manchester. But for £212 8p, which is the price of it in UK money, as of the time I record this, that's the 3N PAP mag, so you get the mag switch included as well. I have got that in the box, I haven't actually mounted it. It's got the kind of standard auto throttle switch on at the moment. And then the Winwing 3N PDC, £90, and the 3M PDC, £90. So if you prefer the NG series, you can get the Winwing 3N PDC, which is basically this exact unit without the VSD. That's probably the best way to describe it, I think, really. My recommendation would be get the Winwing 3M, M for Mike, which is pre-ordering at the moment as I record this. Again, £90, 13 pence, but you then also get the vertical situation display icon with it too. If you wanted to go all out, you could probably buy one of those and then put another one for the NG series on the right hand side and have kind of best of both worlds, perhaps, if you really wanted to. I'll leave that decision up to you. But for me, yeah, the build quality in this is superb. Given the slightly increased price, there's definitely a significant improvement to the quality from the Airbus kit that I've been using previously, even down to like the button pushes. I'm looking forward to the autopilot disengage switch. I'm gonna have a fiddle with that, I think, at some point. And you know how quick and intuitive it is as well for speed intervention, and any of the modes that you might click throughout your journey. So the weather in Manchester currently, they've got information Foxtrot on VATSIM, arriving 23 right, departing 23 left. The transition level for us, it's good to put it in sooner rather than later, is flight level 75, which I can just type in on the Winwing FMS, and I can go ahead and just kind of download our SimBrief winds. Now the winds on the arrival currently on the Met are 180 degrees at 10 knots gusting 20, variable between 090 degrees and 260 degrees, albeit though with 10 kilometers of visibility apparently and light rain, scattered cumulonimbus at 12,000 feet above ground level. Cumulonimbus as well could give us some indications of some icing conditions potentially. Broken cloud at 2,600 feet with the temperature 16 degrees. Dew point 15, QNH 994 hectopascals. So you can see there's a huge pressure difference with Heathrow and Manchester. We're actually flying into the weather, even like kind of more into the storm, by going up towards Manchester as I record this currently. So we can go ahead and set the QNH 997. Now this is cool because it's spring loaded. So if I just bring this back in, I'm going to go and if I just let go of it, you can see what's happening there. So that's a really nice positive bit of feedback for that bit of kit. We're also going to fly, well, I'm going to try and hand fly the approach like I usually do, I think, to be fair. So I might just set up for a Cat 1 ILS, just see what happens. If it goes a bit peak-tong, we'll go around. And that means we have to set the decision altitude of 449, so we're on radio, we'll flick that across to Barrow, and again, it's spring-loaded. That's so good for quality of life. Look at that. No, like, million scrolls on the wheel. We're there in seconds. 449 set, minimums, done. QNH, done. By the looks of it, quite a few bits of pockets of rain and some low vis going in towards our destination as well. Next we're going to set our minimum, we've got our approach speeds and things, so estimate landing weight 61.8 tons. I could do that in here really, probably should. 61.8, we're going to go for flaps 30, 138. We'll go for flaps 30, but actually it very much depends on what my Honeycomb Bravo is going to do, because the Etsy flight sim shop thing, where you get your details to the Honeycomb Bravo, they're actually a little bit funky at the moment. So if I set flap 30, it flicks between 30-40, 30-40, or 25-30, 25-30 quite rapidly, and it then causes me some penalty issues on New Sky. So we'll see what that gets set as. If it stabilises, great. If not, we'll just revert to flap 40. Make sure we prioritise the stable approach more than anything else. Top of descent at Elvos. We'll then head down to Dane 8000. So we can go ahead and prep that. Again, like really nice clicks and a great feel to the buttons. I think I might permanently mount this rather than the Airbus one actually now, because I do find I favour flying the Boeings quite a lot in the sim. I really like this iFly Max 8, for example. One big thing though is working out how best to mount it without damaging my table. So the Airbus kit that I had previously, I'd put all of the little sticky dots down, because you get with this product, you get all the little kind of double-sided sticky dots, so you can mount the unit to your table. Now, I don't quite know if you can make that out underneath, but there's a little bit just there of broken table. That's because as I've pulled the sticky tabs off to get the Airbus one off, what I've ended up doing is inadvertently breaking the table. They all came off bar one, which was like properly like cemented almost to the table. So now my really beautiful clean table is damaged. This is probably less likely to like slip and slide and things though, because ultimately the Airbus one you have to pull and push for managed descent and things, and that's where you really need it fixed to something, because you're exerting kind of a forward or rearward force on it. So the other thing we need to do is get our inbound course set. So it's going to be 232 for both. We can just go ahead and set that on both. So that's the first officer's one done, and 232 for the captain. Me. Set. We also now need to make sure we got 1095, 1095, preset ready to go. And like I said, we are flying on VATSIM, so just monitoring for any approach controllers. But currently we've got 121855 for ground. Into some clouds. Keep the seatbelt signs on. So we've got 8000 set, 322's roughly our current heading. I'll just amend that. I can actually change the bank angle limiter as well, which I should have done earlier. We'll put that back to 30 as we get a bit closer. And yeah, we're LNAV, VNAV, MCP set to 8,000 for us to reach top of descent. I'm actually going to go ahead and just trigger that a little bit early. So we can go ahead, just bring the range ring in, 10 miles to go. I'll trigger it just as we pass Elbos. The constraint there is flight level 200 for this, but because we're flying a standardised route from Heathrow, our cruise altitude is flight level 180. And we've got auto brake set to 1, because we'll use manual brakes after we touch down. What we'll do is I'll try the autopilot disengage. Look at that, amazing. And we can go CMDA engage again. We've got LNAV, VNAV, auto thrust arms. We've got 1 mile to top of descent, so descent now, execute. Down we go. So in the box as well with both of these you get a couple of different mounts, brackets to go on the back depending on how you want it to mount. For example, putting it on your desk at this slight incline, which is perfect for my seating position as it is at the moment. It's exactly in line with where I'm looking, so very cool. You can also mount it to kind of brackets, fix it to desks in various different methods, and it's all detailed in their user manual, which is really cool. Just press VSD, so we can have a little look at our vertical situation display. We can see Dane as well coming up in, what's that, like 40 miles, 35 miles. From there we're going to have to vector ourselves to the approach, as is the real kind of case scenario that we would have at Manchester. We're going through some heavy cloud. I'm just going to preempt some icy conditions because we've got TAP plus 9, but we're about to go through a whole load of cumulonimbus and all sorts. Now interestingly, it's got no weather radar. The VSD, the vertical situation display, is quite useful, but I don't really tend to use it very much if I'm really honest. And you can, by the way, there it is on my secondary screen, you can buy the 3N and 3M PDC in tandem with one another, which is what they've sent me. So that's £180, 26 pence. So you get one for the Max 8 and you get one for the NG series. Just in case you wanted to get your hands on it. Now naturally I'm very interested to hear what you all think of the Airbus metal throttle kit that they're releasing. So I think as of now it's on pre-order, which is very exciting. I haven't quite got access to that. Might be something I'll purchase in the future when I look to upgrade my Honeycomb Bravo, but actually this bit of kit is serving me very well at the moment, so I cannot complain. Airport elevation's 257, so 250 sets as close as we're going to get. I'm going to put the ignition mode selector switches to continuous for now. A little early, just given all of the weather. Positively warm though. Have a little look at the terrain map. I do wish we had a proper working radar in MSFS. So we're going to go through 10,000. We then need to work towards the ILS 3,500 feet. Oh, actually QNH is 994. We'll just reset that. $3,500. Another quick check of the weather radar. We're not getting anything, so actually for me now, no visibility. I know I've got a load of hills to the right hand side. So now the terrain map for me is the most useful. And now I'm going to do an ATC call. Manchester traffic, Osprey 165 is inbound 5 nautical miles south of Dane for vectors towards ILS23 right. We've got Foxtrot on board, 737 MAX 8, Manchester traffic. Okay, so we're going to go speed intervention. I'm going to set 230, 3500, 301. I'm going to go 010. Pop the collar right up. Go for 010. We've got note the massive crosswind / headwind at the moment. That's going to become predominantly a tailwind actually when we turn. So if I bring the speed down to 215 knots, we're going to zip down this secondary part of the downwind very quickly. So I'm going to go to vertical speed mode, 1,200 feet per minute. And we're going to go heading select through Dane. Manchester traffic Osprey 165, flight level 80, passing Dane, leaving Dane heading 010 degrees, descending 3,500 feet. Inbound for the ILS23 right, will report turning final Manchester. Drag required, disregard. We're in flap extension speeds, so that could also mean extending flaps. QNH now 1003, sorry 993. Okay. Local pressure, high to low, down you go. There's the heading, but look at heading versus track, folks. Now we've got this 65 knot tailwind, nearly. It's going to be pushing us towards the hills, so there's a great indication there. Track is the white line, heading is where our nose is pointing. Insufficient fuel, but disregard that. That's just because we're right on the edge of our reserves in today's sector with the way I've planned fuel. And actually we could probably drop this down to near enough 1,000 foot per minute. Okay, next is turning final. So, light signs, ignition mode's all set, that's all set. We've got the cabin in the process of being secured. We've still got 1.6 in each, so 3.2 tons of fuel on board. So that's definitely more than we need. That's okay. Icing systems are currently off. We've got TAT of plus 20, which is mega. Going to go for speed check flap 2, I think it is, or flaps 5, I think. I'm not sure what my detent is going to trigger us down to. I've asked for flap 2, we'll find out. And we're just going to bring in a little bit of speed brake. 185, flight detent for the speed brake. It's that tailwind, just gives us a whole new challenge, it's great. Starting to see the ground though now, that's handy. Speed's coming away. Now the aeroplane's going to have to work really hard to make this turn. Flaps 5. So I'm going to make the turn now, 1,000 to go.
2,500.
Check. 230. 260 for a 30-degree intercept. Let's see if she makes it. We'll keep the speed bleeding away.
2,500.
Speed brake armed. Will be 15 miles. We'll keep the speed at 185 in fact. Bring her in a little bit more. Approach armed. VOR lock, hold, glide slopes armed, that's all set. Overhead panel was set, cross-checked, aircraft's depressurising nicely, speed brakes armed, auto brake is 1, green, pilot brake is off, ILS modes are set, courses are set, 232, 232, 3000, 255 for our heading currently for the intercept. Should be capturing any second. There we go. On the turn. Manchester Traffic Osprey 165, 13 DME, established ILS 23, right to land, Manchester. Okay, so 232. We'll just set that. We'll see where the heading kind of stabilises itself at. Missed approach is going to be to 3,500 feet, so we're just going to preset that, ready to go. We'll go for CMDB engaged. 59 knot headwind still, crikey, at 3,000 feet. So current METAR, winds 190 degrees, 12 knots gusting 22. So we've got a bit of a beastly crosswind for us to contend with today. And I will show you the approach screen via the 3M PDC. So it just looks like that. $10 miles to land. Just getting ourselves nicely set up, ready to go. Yeah, winds are variable between 150 degrees and 230 degrees. Winds 190 at 12, gusting 22. Broken cloud, 1,300 feet AGL. Towering cumulus, broken cloud at 2,500. 70 degrees, dew point 15, QNH 9093. I haven't done the standby instrument, I've just noticed. So, set. 138. I'm actually going to ask for plus 10.
2,500.
So on the descent, there's the runway. 8 DME. We'll bring it down to 160 knots. Gear down. Flaps 15, set 15 on the honeycomb, let's see where it stops. Happy days. Quick little recall check. What do we got? Lights, science, ignition. Icing systems are off. Still a 60 knot headwind. So this is where our speeds become actually quite dangerous, so I could potentially add plus 15 knots to our approach speeds. So 149, 144 knots potentially. If, for example, we were flying at VREF now 140, this 56 knot headwind, and suddenly it drops down 20 knots, our airspeed might drop down 20 knots with it. By comparison, and all of a sudden we're doing like 120 knots instead, and we're going way too slow, and we almost stall the jet. So just something to consider there. But 160, get down 3 green. Still 53 knots, crikey. Ground speed of only 118 knots. But handling it really well so far. You can see heading versus track though. Look at that for a bit of a crosswind, folks. If I just turn the heading display. So again, that white line's track. That's where we're going. Purple magenta line is heading. That's where the nose is pointing. So there's a 10 degree currently offset. But I'll set 232 for heading for now. We could also use flight path vector, the little bird. We can see how offset we are. I'm actually going to go ahead and set flaps 30 now, which I'm hoping. Okay, so it's kind of in the middle between two detents, which is really annoying. But I'll see if that helps us. 160. And I am actually going to set 144 because we've still got 50 knots. And Manchester Traffic Osprey 165's 3 mile short final 23 right.
1,000.
Check. Hit the trim wheel. See, look at that now. The wind speed's just dropped down by 10 knots, and we've actually just gone slightly below VREF. The aeroplane's working the problem. But I'm going to now get rid of the auto throttle. I'm going to deal with it myself. Autopilot off. I get rid of that flashing auto thrust reset switch. 25 knot crosswind almost. I'm just keeping the speed up a little bit now because the wind is so variable and strong. Appreciate we're coming in a bit high here. Chatting and doing stuff as we go. Watching my sync rate here as well.
300.
Check.
Approaching minimums.
Little squirt of power. Holding the speed where we want it.
Minimums.
Continue. 20 knots. It's about 10 knot crosswind. Variable all the time.
100.
Glide slow.
50. 40. 30. 20.
Idle.
10.
Holding it. Yes, touchdown. Gently down, canting it back onto the centre line. Reverse green. There goes the nose wheel. If you spotted what the wind was just before we touched down, pop it in the comments below, folks. I'm curious to know. My brakes, cruise 60 knots, reverses disengaged. Vacating at Bravo Delta. Manchester Traffic Osprey 165 is vacating 23 right at Bravo Delta, changing to ground. Sort out the overhead panel, deal with the jet first before speak to the people. We can go, what are we on? I think we had terrain map on by accident, didn't we still, because I was getting mega distracted by everything. We can go ground 121855. APU's firing up. We ended up with a really nice little pocket of weather coming in there, didn't we? Quite lucky. Manchester ground, good afternoon. Osprey 165 is vacated on Bravo. Request taxi to the gates.
Osprey 165, Manchester ground, welcome to Manchester. Taxi stand 15 via Bravo.
Taxi stand 15 via Bravo, Osprey 165, thanks. So what do we got? We could pop ADF 1 off, VOR 2 off, TCAS is off, traffic off. That's done, that's done, that's done. We could go flight director for pilot 2 off, flight director for pilot 1 off. That's all set. Dual bleed. I'll sort GSX out to give us parking at stand 15, I think he said, wasn't it? Lovely job, so I know where I'm going now.
All stations, new QNH 993 hectopascals, new QNH 993 hectopascals.
Flaps up.
Brakes from jet 55, QNH
Speed brakes disarmed.
993 hectopascals, stand 10, push on start, approved, face south.
Flaps travelling, water brake disengaged. And we are pretty much there. We can reset those to the end of ref page for the next pilots. Taking the jet out on another sector. And we're ready to go. Yeah, really nice bit of kit actually. I think it looks beautiful. It's a bit of a narrower profile height wise than the Airbus kit. it feels the same on the top, but actually like the way the numbers are, the buttons and everything press fairly similar to that of the Airbus, maybe slightly nicer. The feedback from all of these switches, especially these spring-loaded Q&H switches, phenomenal, really nice, and given the price, exceptionally good for the price. So yeah, really impressed once again by some Winwing kit. Yeah, there are other options out there, as we all well and truly know. Yeah, that is off. Good. But they just don't, I don't think, come as close to the value / quality that the Winwing products offer. They are really storming the market at the moment. Stand 15. Taxi lights off. Turning in. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the video, folks. I'm going to park up here on this remote stand. Hit like, hit subscribe, share your thoughts down in the comments section below as always. I'll put the links to the Winwing website and the products that we've shown off today in the description for the video. If you've got one yourself, let us know how you've got on with it as well. How you've got the mag switch working for example, with the auto throttle arm setup, and any tips and tricks that you might have with it too. Let us know if you've got it working with other airplanes perhaps. Stop. But in the meantime, as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care.